Super Videos, back for another trailer breakdown for an upcoming episode of The Walking Dead. This is my trailer breakdown for Season 10, Episode 12, which is called Walk With Us. If you haven't watched my reaction to the last episode, Season 10, Episode 11, make sure to do that. At the end of that reaction, I have my review of that episode, so you can watch my reaction and my review by watching that video. You can click the link that's going to drop on the top right to go check that out. I do have this series on the channel where I talk about things you may have missed and Easter eggs for the episodes that aired. Make sure to check that out. With that said, let's jump right into the trailer breakdown for this upcoming episode. So the trailer starts with this shot of the hilltop burning to the ground. Of course, this is the aftermath of the cliffhanger from the last episode where the Whisperers shot at the hilltop, shot the ball of tree sap, and started the fire inside the hilltop. So at this point, we see walkers covered in flames. We have the survivors pushing them back and trying to kill them. Of course, they have the tree sap on them. So if they get close to the fire, they will burn down. So it's going to be extremely difficult for them to kill the walkers. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to make that work. Then we have this shot of another survivor killing the walkers. And then this shot of the walkers trying to get to the survivors. We have this pretty cool shot of the walkers trying to get to the survivors. And then this shot of the hilltop burning down and the walkers trying to push their way in. We have this shot of Daryl, and I think that's Carol on the right in the background. So this is obviously from the same sequence of events following the hilltop burning down. We have this shot of Eugene looking at something, and then Aaron in the background. We do see flames everywhere, so the hilltop is pretty much burning to the ground at this point. We have Yumiko here, again, flames everywhere. We have this shot of Rosita charging at someone, maybe a walker, maybe a whisper. Again, fire in the background. We have this shot of King Ezekiel trying to get the kids to safety. This is a pretty cool shot, and it connects to what Daryl told Judith in the last episode, where he said, if King Ezekiel comes to get you, go with him, regardless of whether I'm there or not. So this connects to that, and this is a pretty cool shot, and I absolutely love that they circled that back around, came back to this moment. Now, I don't think Daryl is hurt or anything. I think King Ezekiel is just trying to get the kids to safety. That's all it is. It doesn't mean that Daryl is hurt. Then we have this shot of King Ezekiel. He's shocked to see something. Maybe he sees a character dying, or maybe he sees walkers pushing through, something like that. We have this shot of Carol, who looks pretty shocked as well. And then we have this pretty awesome shot of Negan carrying around Lucille 2.0. I think this is the morning after that battle. We have walkers in the background as well. Negan is obviously wearing his Whisper mask. That's why the walkers are not going towards him. Now, if you pay attention, it seems like he's going towards someone who's crawling away. Look at the leg. It seems like they have the same kind of vest that the survivors were wearing while fighting the walkers. So that leads me to think that maybe that's a survivor who is trying to get away. They may be hurt, but I don't think that it's a character that we know. I don't think it's a big character. But I think this is going to lead to this scene where Negan swings Lucille, seemingly hits them in the head to kill them. I think this is like a mercy kill. I don't think Negan is just killing them. I think they're injured, they're dying. Negan just kills them to put them out of their misery. It could even be a walker, but I think it's most likely someone who's just dying and Negan kills them as a mercy kill. And then we have this shot of Negan and Alpha. Again, this I think is the morning after the battle at Hilltop. Alpha says, I do not have everything I want. Negan is also carrying around Lucille 2.0 still, which is pretty awesome. And we do see walkers in the background. So going back to what Alpha said, I do not have everything I want. So it seems like maybe this goes back to what she said. I want Gamma because I want to punish her. I want to execute her publicly so that people see it and they learn their lesson. And this could connect to something that's going to come up later. Then we have this shot of Alpha again. This is part of her conversation with Negan. We have this shot of the survivors walking in a field. I think this is when Hilltop burns down and they have to leave. Like they have to find another place. Maybe they're on their way to Alexandria or something. But we have Daryl and Rosita in the front. We do see them here as well. Then we have this shot of some people trapped in a car and there's walkers surrounding them. Alden and Kelly are in the car. Adam, Mary's nephew, is there with them as well, but there could be other survivors there. But this is obviously when they're trying to get away from Hilltop. Maybe they get into a car and they get surrounded or something along those lines. We have this shot of Negan with his whisper mask. This is a pretty awesome shot. And then we have this shot of Lydia walking away. She is injured, so she most likely got injured during the battle. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. But she is carrying around her bow staff. And if we connect this to another shot that was in another teaser where Carol was holding the bow staff, that leads me to think that maybe Carol and Lydia are together, or Lydia comes across Carol while trying to find a safe place to stay, or something along those lines. We have this shot of Daryl taking out his knife and trying to sneak his way into this building. Now, I'm not sure where this is or what he's trying to find, but he might be looking for a safe place to stay temporarily, so he's just clearing out the area. Then we have this shot of Gamma. Now, this is a pretty cool shot. Now, she has blood all over her face. This could be after her fight with someone, like a whisper, or it could be the aftermath of the battle at Hilltop. Like, this could be blood from just killing walkers. Now, what's also interesting is in the background, I think it's Gamma saying this, or Mary saying this, but I could be wrong. But she says, "Do you know what it feels like to want something so bad, get people killed, but you have nothing to show for it?" Now, I think what this is teasing at is maybe Mary tries to kill Alpha, but ends up getting others killed along the way, or something along those lines. I could be totally off. This could also be part of her conversation with Alpha. She could have another altercation with Alpha. So this dialogue could be part of that scene. And also the fact that she has blood all over her, it could be part of her fight with Alpha, or maybe even Beta. We also have this shot of Mary with blood all over her. We have this shot of Negan and Alpha. Negan says, "The thing you've been looking for, I found it." I think what Negan is referring to here, and the thing that Alpha's been looking for, is Gamma. I think here Negan is trying to make Alpha think that he has Gamma. He has imprisoned Gamma. And then we have this shot of Alpha walking towards this kind of shed or this small cabin. Negan is following behind her, and that's where the trailer ends. Now, I think this is most likely going to be part of a big scene from the comics. And I think this is where Negan and Alpha are going to get their pretty epic scene. I don't want to get into that here because it's going to spoil things for non-comic readers, but if you are a comic reader, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think that's the scene we're going to see here. Like, Alpha is going to think Negan has Mary or Gamma, but Negan has other plans. Let's just say that. But with that, that's pretty much everything that was in the trailer. Very, very excited for this episode. There is a possibility that this may be one of the last episodes that Alpha is in. So that's going to be extremely interesting to see. And it's going to be extremely interesting to see whether this is her final episode or not. Everything could come together in this episode and lead to Alpha's quote-unquote death scene. We may not see that. Like, they could leave that as a cliffhanger and reveal that later. Maybe in episode 14, because episode 13 is Michonne's episode. So they could kind of reveal what happens to Alpha in episode 14. Or they could not do it as a cliffhanger and they could just reveal Alpha's fate at the end of episode 12. That's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to press the like button. And if you are not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe to join our community. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video. If you like what you see, press like, subscribe for more content, and press the bell button to receive notifications for daily uploads.